Hello everyone, my name is Sam Scrallo and I'm bringing you this very important cryptocurrency update. And yes, I just cannot believe my eyes that what we're seeing currently. So I wanted to mention quite a few things, what are potentially to come right now in cryptocurrencies. Also wanted to mention some very important stuff that I'm seeing in crypto quant, and also talk about some targets, update you on my copy crypto portfolio that I've put together yesterday with about $40,000, which is absolutely crazy. That's the fun part of the video, which I'm going to update you in this video as well. And then we're going to talk about some price targets and what I'm currently expecting from the price and what kind of trades I'm getting ready for. And yeah, so if you're brand new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you're always notified when I make a new upload. And remember that in the description of this video, there is a link to my free Telegram channel where I oftentimes post much faster, and just in general, it's a great trading community. It's a big community, so join it. It's very educational and very useful. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. So here in Bitcoin, so very quickly about Bitcoin price, and we are saying that we are seeing some kind of a small relief. That is, we had this downward, let's go to the 1 hour chart, just quick technicals. So we have this green line, which is our previous all-time high, which is the ultimate support for us for the time being, but I'm going to talk about it shortly, also saying that whether it's going to hold or not. And we had this kind of downward channel, and we've actually taken a long trade here, but we exited it with small profit very quickly in one of my live streams. And currently the price is going down and it's showing a lot of weakness, quite honestly. I mean, it's obvious for the current situation. So we're going lower and lower, but this resistance, which used to be resistance, is holding us as support right now. But this in general, this is not looking very, very tasty, like literally at all. And the volume as well is going down. So nothing really very much to see there. Let's quickly take a look at my portfolio, the copy trading portfolio. Oh, that's pretty interesting. So as you might remember, yesterday I've put together my crypto copy trading portfolio over in ugte, which is a very big exchange, and they're very big for derivatives trading with very good rates and commissions on derivatives trading. And so futures, Bitcoin, Ethereum, any other cryptocurrency really. And they have a very cool copy trading feature, which I've put together yesterday. I've put in like $40,000 into it. If you haven't seen that video, it's very cool. It's very educational. I show you how to actually pick the traders you should follow for this kind of passive income in the world of crypto and trading in general. So I'll link it somewhere up here. Check it out. And it's like a tutorial of how I was putting it all myself together. So, and of course I put in like $40,000, but I deployed only like $1,000 so far. So I'm just trying to work on it, just to try it. And actually here the deployment was like $630, but I've already made since last night, because I've put it together last night, so it wasn't even 24 hours. I've made like $82. And here is the history of all the trades. And you see only one trade is a minus, so that's pretty cool. I mean, it's a weird feeling that me as a trader who has been trading for so long, that there is way to do some passive income. Again, not financial advice, be very careful with this stuff. But anyway, I am following, if you're interested, I'm following these traders right here, and these are the guys that made me the money in the last 24 hours, and of course in the last 12 hours, I would say. So if you want to sign up with ugte, by the way, then down in the description of this video you'll find a exclusive link to ugte right here, which says $5,000 bonus, and also in the pinned comment you will see this link right here as well. So, and when you're gonna use my link to sign up with ugte, if you want to try this copy trading feature and not doing anything and making money, basically, so to speak, but just watch my previous video to see the instruction of how it all works. Then if you're gonna use my link, of course, number one, you can claim up to $5,000 in deposit bonuses on top of your initial deposit, which you can also use for your copy trading. But that's the huge bonus, which can be found actually in Rewards Center. But you're also gonna get automatically $5 just for signing up with using my link. And when you're gonna make an initial deposit of a minimum of $100, I'm gonna put it into your futures trading, which is what you need to do for copy trading if you want to be doing copy trading. Then you will instantly get a 10% cashback and 10% refund. So that's already very cool. So just with $100 using my link, you can claim like 15% bonus, so to speak, and get $15. And then for the first, if you're gonna create a $50,000 worth of trading volume, which with futures and leverage is extremely simple, just be careful, but it's very, very simple. You will also get $50 as a bonus. So incredible bonuses here on ugte. And I mean, I'm gonna keep you guys updated, but it's working. No trades are currently open, and all of these trades, they opened automatically, so it's pretty much fun to do. I mean, you have to learn how to actually pick the traders, because if you pick shitty ones, then it's not, I don't think it's gonna work. But in the video that I told you about, I'm actually showing how it all works, so check it out. Now, before we get into the price targets that I'm expecting for Bitcoin right now, let's quickly take a look at what happened recently. And one of the things that is, not that very bullish is Jeffrey sees Bitcoin dropping to $10,000. Jeffrey has been quite an interesting individual, and he called some interesting levels before. And he's an American investor, and he said that that it's obvious that the largest cryptocurrency would drop to 20K after the break of 30K. That's why that's why I'm saying that I cannot really believe my eyes currently when I'm seeing the Bitcoin price. If we're gonna go to the weekly chart, I mean, I was buying Bitcoin along the way. I know that it's gonna come back. I'm not selling any of my Bitcoin, and the lower it goes, I still have a lot of money left, so I'm gonna still be buying and buying. And I'm waiting for that worst case scenario, which I'm going to talk to you about. And also we'll just shortly, so hold on, we'll also talk about the potential for some short-term trading, except for copy trading that you can use on BitGet. When we are seeing this kind of a massive sell-off of about 70% or so, we might remember those people who were saying that we are going lower, and they were saying it because of the technicals, such as, for example, this here. Then they would draw this line, and then they would take this line, they would bring it here, and they would say that we're going to, we're going to minimum of 20K. And they would say, yes, Thomas, so see, I was right and you were wrong. Congratulations, you were right and I was wrong. But it's not because of the technicals, in my opinion. It's because of the inflation. And if Fed would have done a good job, which, we miscalculated, obviously, then we would not have been here currently, because it's like, catalyst event on a top of catalyst event on a top of a black swan event, and it just keeps dumping and dumping and dumping. So for that reason, currently, it's absolutely fine to turn your expectations against Bitcoin. Would it actually dump to $10,000? Well, the thing is, if we're gonna go to CryptoQuant, and this is what I wanted to show you, and this is the miner outflow, which just signalizes us when the miners are putting a lot of Bitcoin to exchanges. So that also can tell us that, potentially they want to sell, because right now the miners, Bitcoin price is going down, and for miners it's not good because they have bills to pay. They don't care about long-term hodling. They need to pay their bills. Mining is a business. It's not about hodling. So that's why we're seeing big inflow right now. Again, it's not really that dramatic. We've seen crazier inflows before, but nonetheless, this kind of an inflow with this kind of a total size could be enough for us to dip further. And this is what I think is very important to currently understand, that when everybody currently is thinking that 20K, and this is, again, I'm a Bitcoin bull, I want Bitcoin to go up, but I'll be just very honest with you. When everybody's expecting the Bitcoin bottom to be at 20K because it's just simply because it's the previous all-time high, the Bitcoin will always do, in any asset really, will always do the opposite. So it's gonna always do something unexpected. So to actually mark the bottom, we want to see complete and total capitulation. So then when people are expecting the 20K is the bottom, then potentially this area right here, as I told you before, could end up being the bottom, or even this one as the worst case scenario, which has been this also technically supported. But this is going to be the area where people will just say, Bitcoin is going to zero. And when everybody's still going to start screaming that Bitcoin is going to zero, when everyone is going to start saying it and nobody's going to be out there to buy Bitcoin, that's when the bottom is going to come in. It's just the way it is. So for that reason, this kind of understanding of market sentiment and the cycles of the market and human psychology and fear and greed, so to speak, then 20K from that perspective is not a bottom yet. So for that reason, if we're going to go to, for example, largest whale inflow, 116,000 Bitcoin was spotted, what might it mean for the price? So here, and this is, a bullish scenario, but for that reason, for what I've just mentioned to you before, I wouldn't really believe in something like this currently yet. I might be wrong, not financial advice. But yesterday we spotted the largest inflow since February with 116,000 Bitcoin, pointing to a potential bottom in price, as these addresses tend to buy in size following significant corrections. So the whales are moving in, so to speak. But again, just purely out of the market sentiment and understanding of how the market likes to do the opposite of what people expect, I wouldn't think that the 20K is yet the bottom. Now, next thing that also very interesting to mention, the liquidity provider were asking platforms to freeze 3 AC funds to recover assets after litigation. So there is a big problem also with 3 Arrows Capital. Maybe I should make a separate video on it. Let me know down in the comments. But this is also contributing heavily to the current just terrible landscape, so to speak. And 3 Arrows Capital has failed to meet margin calls. And this is also pretty crazy. I mean, they were margin called, but they failed to actually meet those margin calls. So it just shows how terrible the current situation is and how many liquidations are currently happening. And you know, everybody who is over leveraged is being erased bit by bit by bit. Because right now, if we're going to go to CryptoQuant, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin estimated leverage ratio. I don't think this is very accurate, but nonetheless, it is incredibly leveraged. So we need to flush it out. We need to liquidate these positions. We need to deleverage this current market, because otherwise we just cannot sustain it. Leverage is unsustainable. So for that reason, like in my hedge fund, we're not going to be using any leverage. It's just stupid. I know it's greed. People just want to make more money, but it's just stupid. So for that reason, understanding all of these things, currently, I'm waiting for some kind of an interesting formation to put in a trade for a short-term perspective. Because again, if we're going to go to the daily chart, I've showed you this before, which is an interesting indicator, is this BBWP, which measures the volatility. And currently we are at an extreme, just like we've seen it in this area, which was followed by a prolonged consolidation, which is, and as I said, the best case scenario for us right now is to see some kind of consolidation or drop lower. So for that reason, I'm going to keep an eye out for this. And if I'm going to find some kind of an interesting trade in a smaller time frame, maybe there's going to be some kind of an interesting structure into trend, so to speak, because currently I'm not really seeing any interesting structures just yet. I'm going to keep you updated, and I'm going to update you also in the Telegram channel. So that's why go join it right now. And peace and love. Thomas Krallo. Stay smart, stay rich, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.